Cool. Recap for last week. Started off with Malachi and Joseph having another one of their weird bro conversations, which got to the point of annoying Alyssa. So Alyssa went to find Elizabeth, and Elizabeth had just bolted out the window and fled. Just kind of an obvious thing to do when, you know, the person that you were supposed to be doing a job with gets turned to dust. Mind Arlo, so the Arlo that lived in Alyssa's mind, has gone, which is probably due to real Arlo being turned to ash. We found out that the Netflix password was 1234 ABCD. For some bizarre reason. And with that knowledge, Joseph binged watched She-Ra. Kai went for a swim in the pool, and Alyssa went to find a bath. The next day, the 11th of May, Alyssa phoned William to order some fake IDs for her and Kai. Kai realised he could go shopping, so he goes out into Chester. But the more Kai's existing with the meld of Arlo, the more Kai's thinking like Arlo, which is a bit concerning because he's looking at people's necks and thinking, how quickly could he drink them? Whilst this was all happening, Alyssa was swimming some laps. Joseph was a corpse because it's the day and thus cannot exist. Whilst Alyssa had got out, she noticed that the staff had arrived, which didn't seem quite right. And Alyssa, in a panic, thinking, oh no, wait, they're not going to know who we are. Shit! Went and hid Joseph in a cupboard. Was the best thing she could do. And then she bolted her way back to the Waterhouse, knowing that none of the staff ever went to the Waterhouse. Kai returned wearing a horrific red velvet suit, because he has the dress sense of Arlo. Dress sense of Arlo, face of Malachi. They don't work. He arrived back and tried to convince the staff that he was also staff, and got tased. And when the staff realised that, yes, we can't tase him, he seems to be something else, he then started getting shot at. So he pegged it into his favourite place in the entire world, the woods behind Eaton Hall.
Yay!
It started getting dark. Alyssa then rang Lord Camden's residence to try and update Lord Camden, and then she was like, oh, wait a minute, the sun hasn't completely set yet, and I'm talking to somebody who's apparently Lord Camden. Panic mode engaged, put the phone down, start panicking, or running back to the main house to try and get Joseph, so that they can ditch the joint, essentially. Meanwhile, Kai is in the woods and decided to make a fire, and then he sees the ghosts. His wonderful friends. Whilst Joseph and Alyssa are in the main house talking, there's a knocking at the door, and eventually Alyssa hides herself. Joseph just stands there like, you know, the strange Malkavian he is, and a man walks in. Joseph then tells the man everything. And this man's like, I understand you're a child of Malkav. Okay. And then Joseph's like, yeah, Alyssa's just over there hiding. So Alyssa has to come out, and she realises it's Lord Camden. So she then tries to explain as much to Lord Camden as she possibly can, but because she's merged with Alyssa at this timeline, things are a little bit squiffy. Joseph then says he can help show Lord Camden some stuff, because Joseph obviously remembers a lot of the stuff from America in the future, that obviously Alyssa doesn't. So he went into Alyssa's memories and kind of like unlocked them, which meant they all came flooding back to her up to a certain point, and that kind of breaks her into small pieces, and she ends up screaming, and her screaming is a trigger for Joseph, so Joseph turns into Mary. Because, yay, weird people. Whilst this is happening, the guy is still in the woods dealing with the ghosts. The ghosts have kind of got him on a weird lockdown, almost exactly the same as before, but he just manages to willpower himself out, so he gets the hell out of Dodge. Back at the house, Alyssa finally tells Lord Camden a bit more about the future. She explains a bit more about Malachi and Arlo and the whole unconquered son and yada yada yada. And kind of says, I don't want what happened in our timeline to happen here, blah blah blah. And he's like, well, if you don't want that to happen, then I think you know what you need to do. And Kai and Alyssa have a little talk after Lord Camden has gone away about solving the Gehenna issue. And basically their conclusion is suicide. And that's where we ended.
Oh god, yeah, we ended really depressing the last...
Yeah.
We end depressive nearly every week.
I sort of repressed that bit, to be honest. But you brought it back up again. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. It's Alyssa's answer to everything is suicide, apparently.
Yeah, you guys were talking about, ending it upstairs, and Mary was just crying on the sofa.
Yeah. Sad times.
Wow.
So, the next day, the next evening specifically, to keep all the party members together, what will Malachi and Alyssa have done throughout the day?
So Alyssa needed to get passport photos of her and Malachi, so I imagine her and Malachi would have gone into town, got some passport photos from one of those little photo booth things that you get in like boots and stuff. And then she had to go and drop those off with some basic information to William so that he could get started on the fake IDs. So that a bit of basic information, and I think it was like £500 for them would have been dropped off during the day.
Okay. So, all cash? Where are you getting said money from, may I ask?
Assuming that we had loose cash in the house, then some of that. If not, I'm kind of hoping, because Lord Camden said we could stay, we have access to the card again.
There is, well, do you wish to attempt it? Do you wish to actually go and see if the card is working?
Yes?
Because you never had the card taken off of you, just had the bank account frozen.
Yeah, Lord Camden froze the bank account, didn't he?
Nope.
No?
He did not.
Oh no. Who's frozen the bank account? Oh, is it, did Elizabeth call Therese? Did Therese do it?
Well, you don't know.
Hard to say.
Oh. No. So I assume if I took the card and then tried to get money out of the cash point, it would say. Well, actually, no, because if you put a frozen card into a cash point, I'm pretty sure it alerts the police.
No, it will return it. If you keep making the attempt, it will eventually take it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the bank account is frozen.
Again, do you wish to go and check?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of need
you
that.
You head to the town centre of Chester. Just you, or you and Malachi? Is this part and parcel? Both of you going together?
Yeah, I'll come along.
All right. In that case, then I would like both of you to make me wits and awareness rolls.
Wits and awareness. Oh gosh. Awareness, wits. Make sure I get the right ones. They're D8s. How I am 3 wits and awareness. That's how aware and witty I am.
Same.
No, you're not. That's no successes.
I know.
I had 3 successes.
That was my pool.
Alright.
So both of you head into town. How are you getting there? Are you being driven? Are you getting a cab? Are you walking?
I'd probably walk.
Yeah, it's a nice day.
Yeah.
It's a day.
It's a day. It's a day. We can walk.
So the majority of the trip.
Oh? AJ? Hey, Jay.
AJ?
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yep.
You good?
Okay. Yep, we're good. So most of the trip between here and Chester are just empty fields until you start hitting roads proper. Doesn't take you more than a couple of hours to get into town centre. It's thronging with people. There are just waves of would-be students, people just out and about shopping. You generally get there around like midday one-ish. The first bank machine you get to, you put the card in, input the PIN, no response.
Does it spit the card back out, or...?
It does the first time. Do you continue?
No. I do not
Okay.
like the idea of continuously trying to put a card into a machine if it doesn't work the first time.
All right. Then you get the impression that the bank account is currently off limits. I will say the most you've managed to get cash-wise, as most people don't leave up to 500 quid just lying around the house, is maybe about 300.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
How much did he say that we needed?
He wanted was it 500 for the pair or 500 each? I can't remember now. It's been so long ago.
I believe it was 500 for the pair.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Right.
He wanted 500 for the pair.
Oh, I've just realised I don't have my Arlo left in me because what I would have... Oh, no, I do. Hold on.
Huh.
How much does an acoustic guitar cost?
Well, it depends, I guess, on if you buy one new or if you can get one second hand. Why?
I'm gonna look around charity shops for an acoustic guitar.
Okay, interesting. For an acoustic guitar, are you wanting one that actually has quality, or are you looking for a baby's my first learning guitar?
One that'll sound alright?
Well, the majority of the places you come across that have any hope of doing so, you do manage to find a couple of very basic training guitars, effectively. They'll play a tune, but they do not sound good. They sound reasonable. Make me a investigation and intelligence roll.
Investigation and intelligence, okay. Wow.
2 successes there, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It takes a while, but eventually you do come across somewhere that looks like it has at least a reasonable acoustic guitar for sale. You're not allowed to try it. You're basically shown it, and it looks like it's good. The price is 80 quid.
How long have we got before your guy wants payment?
Well, normally I, give him the money on receipt of goods.
Yeah. Then that's fair enough. In which case we'll have some time to work with.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure where you're going with this, if I'm going to be honest, Guy.
You're wondering where I'm
Where
going?
do you plan on busking?
Where do I plan on busking? Yeah. Hold on. I need to get a
Also,
map.
are you paying the 80 quid?
Thing is, I'm not going to make that. Boo. I'll ask Alyssa, do you think it's a good idea?
What, to spend 80 quid on an acoustic guitar?
Yeah, so that we can busk and make some money back. We haven't got any other way of making money right now.
Kai, you do realise that in order to busk, you need a busking licence, right? You can't just go and busk. It's classed as a form of harassment.
Fine, we won't buy the guitar.
The old woman behind the counter of what's basically an Oxfam just kind of puts the guitar back off to one side. Is there anything else I can get you?
Anything from the trolley? Sorry.
Just your soul!
No.
Seeing you mock her accent, she goes, if you're going to be that way, the door's over there.
Yeah, sorry, goodbye. Leaves!
Yep.
I mean, technically, hang on, technically, Alyssa wouldn't have said that because that's a Harry Potter quote. She hasn't seen that.
Well, that's how that works then.
Yeah, I think we'll
Either way,
we'll just
head
leave.
out of the charity shop.
Yeah.
What's your next plan?
So we need to figure out who has frozen our bank account.
Yep.
If it's not Lord Camden, it has to be somebody else who would know about it, and the only person I can think of would be Elizabeth.
Yep. In which case, we're going to need to find Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a wits and awareness roll, both of you.
Wits and awareness. Yeet! Ugh. 2 successes. That's a sad time.
Not as sad as this.
1 success.
Okay. 2.
2.
No, not number of successes, number of times you guys have failed. I have a chart here.
Fantastic.
So, where you headed?
Well,
What are you
we still need to go and get the passport photos done, so we
Yeah.
will
That
go and
doesn't take too long.
we will do the passport photos, and then I guess get something to eat and then go back to the manor. Unless Malachi has anything he wants to do, which I have a feeling might be shopping. In which case Alyssa will slowly start moving away.
Nope. Not shopping. We need to save money, not lose money. I do want to go shopping. We need to find Elizabeth.
Okay, well let's just go and get these photos done.
Yeah.
Grab something to eat, and then we'll just head back.
Okay. One more wits and awareness roll.
Show me the money. Show me the money. Oh, 4 successes.
Excellent. Malachi?
Do-do-do-do-do.
2 successes. Alyssa, you're being followed.
Okay.
Can't tell who by. You just saw an indistinct figure looking at you for a moment, and literally a moment later, when another person passes in front of them, they have gone.
Okay. I'm gonna lean into Malachi and just say we're being followed.
Oh. That's not good. Do you have any idea where they went? Who they were?
Not a clue. However, I'm wondering maybe if I, essentially disappear. If you continue walking, maybe they'll follow you.
Yeah, fair enough. That's worth checking out. And then you can follow them.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay. Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alyssa, would you make me a stealth and dexterity roll minus 4 dice?
Ooh.
And Malachi, I want you to make me a performance and manipulation roll minus 2.
Okay.
Jeez, so I'm literally just rolling like stealth or dex here. Fuck, that's
Yep.
bad. 3. I'm gonna willpower to try and get that 1 into a success.
Okay.
3 successes.
There we go, 4 successes.
So total 7.
I missed that amount of dice. I was too busy writing.
That was
Okay.
At least 13.
Oh, Jesus!
You carry on, Malachi, just strolling down the street nonchalantly.
Yep.
Alyssa, you start keeping an eye out for anyone who is potentially tailing Malachi.
Mm-hmm. And get...
How long? There is a large amount of people here. They seem to be moving backwards and forwards in amongst themselves. There are people definitely moving the same way as Malachi, but not necessarily anyone who is definitively following him as far as you are able to tell. No one seems to be particularly paying attention to him, but again, people keep getting in your view every couple of seconds. How long until you're going to lose sight of Malachi?
I guess I will do this for maybe 15 minutes, and if I don't distinctly see anyone that looks like they're tailing us or tailing Malachi, then I'll just drop out of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna nonchalantly pop in a couple of shops, browse around for a bit.
Alright, as you pop into just any shop or specifics? Clothes shop,
I'm gonna have a look
jewelry
around
shops?
Let's have a look around Boots.
Alright. You take a wander into the nearest sort of pharmaceutical and gift shop, effectively, for, smellies and the rest of the like.
Other
it
shops
does turn
are
out to be a Boots. But at the same time, you take a wander through. There are people back and forth just buying things, looking over stuff. You've got a relatively decent sense of perception. You can catch one or two people even shoplifting. But there's nobody following you. At least not that you're able to tell.
Ooh.
Alyssa, you can see there are people going in alongside Malachi, but no one who is distinct enough to be sort of waiting and looking at him.
Part of me wants to see if I can see anything with Eyes of the Cat, but I have a feeling that's not the kind of seeing that I need to be doing.
Go anyway?
I mean, I can give it a go. I'm just trying to find my thingy document. What's it called? Lunar document, which seems to have disappeared off the face of the earth. Which is always helpful, because I can't actually remember what it is I'm looking at.
While you're doing that, you'll have to bear with me a second. I'll let you continue to think this. Joseph, you wake up.
Yay!
Wait, what?
It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and the sun is out.
That's not right.
Alright. Obviously, because I went to sleep as Mary and I woke up with Joseph, the first thing I do is wonder why, where, and how I am. Like, what? How did I get here? What's going on? Oh, the sun. That's not right. Or is it just a really bright light bulb? I sit up and investigate why I'm seeing the sun.
It is definitively the sun. The only reason you are not currently ash is that the windows in Eaton Hall are all tinted to prevent such things, allowing people to actually sleep beds as rather than opposed to, hidden out in closets or whatever. But the sun's definitely up. You shouldn't be.
Are there curtains on the window?
There are not.
Are there blinds?
There are sort of effectively gossamer, barely sort of drapes, but they're perfectly see-through.
I shall use the drapes and try and close them over the window, and then go under the bed and wait for the sun to go away.
Okay. As you do, as you basically stand up and go over to the window, close the drapes, you hear the door close behind you.
The door of the room I'm in.
Yep.
Oh, Kai? Lissa? Turn around.
There is no one here. It looks like whoever was in the room has just closed the door on their way out.
Now, if I wasn't crazy, I think something was going on. Because I am crazy, I might just nod and pretend it's all not real and wait for it all to go away underneath.
Alright, you close what's left of the effective curtains/blinds and crawl under the bed. And then try to go out to sleep.
Yes.
And can't.
It's not happened to me since I was alive. Right, I'm up. Might as well get up.
Okay, how long do you wait there before deciding that this isn't going to work?
Literally 30 seconds.
Alright. You lay down, close your eyes. Nothing. Get up. What now?
I should go out into the outside into the corridor.
Okay, you open the door, and you look left, look right. It's an empty corridor. It's on the top floor of Eaton Hall. There are multiple other rooms here that potentially lead onto bedrooms. You also do see that there is open beams of light coming through the windows where the sun is.
This is like one of those movies where they have lasers, and if you get caught in the lasers, you die. But I don't want to be the person in the movie. Hello? Is there anybody here?
Here.
Oh, it's just my echo. He's always mocking me. Well, I don't know what to do now about being cut in half by laser beams that are actually the sun. If I only had a phone or some kind of device.
There's the sound of a door that closes downstairs.
That's really not nice. Fine. I should try to make my way down to where the door closed without being touched or going near any ray of sun.
Well, the majority of the windows across the main hallway are expansive, large, designed to let in as much of the scenery as possible. As such, you kind of get to the point in time of trying to come down the stairs and realise that the entire of the stairs is caked in sunlight. If you're wanting to avoid it, you are not going to be able to.
I'm just going to wait here till night. I'll come find you later, and we can talk about how rude it is to look at people when they're sleeping. Also, the floor is lava. By lava, I mean sun.
No movement, no sounds, no staff.
I don't think I ever saw the stuff here.
Don't believe you did, no.
I'm going to then basically just go cross-legged and lean against the wall and literally just sulk for a bit as I'm very stuck and very confused and a little bit more confused.
Okay. As time progresses, the sun moves, and so do the beams of light. It becomes increasingly hard for you to remain sitting where you're sat.
Curses! What time of year is it, actually?
May.
So yeah, sun's going to be stay up for a while. I shall, as the sunbeams try to move, I start crawling away. It's like no.
Alright. We'll leave you with that for a little bit. Malachi.
Yep.
You're rooting around this knot boot. Picking things up, having a smell, generally just trying to remain somewhat nonchalant. Wits and awareness roll, please.
Keep making me do this, and I'm never going to get anywhere with it.
You might get like 2 10s.
2 successes. You glance around, and for the very briefest moment, you saw something shine gold. Maybe the sun caught it. I say gold. What I mean is orichalcum.
Ooh. I check that I'm going to check my pockets and make sure that I've still got what I should have.
So, did you bring your gun out with you?
I mean, oof. No, because it's not America anymore. I can't do that.
So it won't be that then, will it?
No. But it could be.
Either way, it was a flash and is gone.
Okay.
Alyssa, you're stood watching this particular door frame. You have any other intentions?
No, I was gonna do Eyes of the Cat, but it... No, actually, you know what? I am gonna do Eyes of the Cat. I'm suddenly having a feeling. I feel like I may need to do Eyes of the Cat.
Alright,
so I'm gonna
read out the full description of Eyes of the Cat for me, please.
Yeah, the character may attune her sense to otherworldly emanations, glimpsing places of power or even other worlds.
You find none of that through those eyes as you expend your essence. Everything seems grey, banal, boring, normal. Literally everywhere. If you extend it beyond this realm into the next, you will just see similar feeling, except there are sort of traces of weird gossamer threads here, there, and everywhere. Very spider-like.
Okay. I am going to grab Malachi, so I'm going to go and find Malachi.
Right. You head inside to find Malachi. Malachi is currently basically has about half a tester bottle worth of Jean Paul Gaultier and just sort of like looking it over, not quite understanding, but there's a part of his inner consciousness that says, yes, put it on.
I spritz it. It's a tester bottle, I can.
You literally walk in as he's spritzing himself in what's basically nightclub toilet water.
Oh, Kai, why? That is... Okay, put that down.
Yeah.
We need to leave.
Okay.
We need to get back to the manor.
Right. Alright then.
Call me crazy, but I'm having a weird hunch, feeling, something, I don't know, but I think we need to try something, but we need to be at the manor.
Okay. Yeah.
As you look around, the shop is currently empty.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the weird thing. I have a feeling that something something Lord Camden said about the temporis effect. This is the temporis effect.
There is dust across all of the shelves that must have been there for at least 20 years. The thing you're holding in your hand currently, Kai, is definitely a bottle of something, but it's been long dried out and empty. The windows smashed, there's dust literally everywhere, ash falling from the skies outside. The place looks like it's in a post-apocalyptic zone.
So, do you think it stopped?
No, I don't think it's stopped. I think it's still happening. We haven't...
Excuse me, sir, are you going to purchase that? As you turn around, there's a person there just stood looking up at you. Everything's bright again, everything's back to where it was. You're currently holding a bottle of Jean Paul Gaultier.
No, he's not going to purchase it. Can't put it down.
You have also mostly spritzed the entire bottle over yourself.
Okay, we'll just pay for it.
Yeah.
The clerk motions you up to the front desk. There's a couple of people around you, just sort of like looking you over as you basically coated most of your skin, neck, parts around your shirt are just soaked through. And all you seem to have done is just sprayed this thing over yourself again and again and again and again and again.
That's gross.
Right. Oh no, I smell like a teenage locker room.
Yes, you do.
Ugh.
Okay. Sorry. How much is this stupid thing that he's spritzed himself with?
That bottle's £25.
Okay. And I pull out £25 and just hand him £25.
Okay. The cashier takes it, rings it up, looks at the bottle. Do you want a bag for that? It's 5 pence.
No, I think we're good without a bag. Thank you.
In fact, would you like to keep the bottle?
We really, really would not.
Okay, we'll just take this. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye. And I drag Malachi out of the not boots.
All right. You are once again back in the street. Everything is normal. People moving back and forth. They're taking a larger berth around you because that's a lot of aftershave.
Okay, Kai, we need to get back to the manor and we need to go back down into the basement.
Yeah. Almost immediately, we need to sort this out.
Yeah, we're not.
This is not right.
If I'm thinking about this correctly, we haven't time travelled. We're still exactly where we are, and we're being, I don't know, shown, or maybe we have time travelled, but we haven't time travelled. But anyway, it's not right.
Whatever it is, it's wearing off.
4 people walking past you have just gained a new idea for a sci-fi book. 2 of them are looking at you like you're completely crazy.
Fantastic. Don't care.
That's an open conversation on the middle of the street.
Yep. Well, time travellers are frequently.
Wits and awareness roll, please, for both of you.
Time travellers are frequently talked about thing. Do you not talk about time travel daily? I do. I'm time travelling right now. Did you not know? I'm in the room of a ghost.
That is 3.
Yep.
Carry on.
Yeah. We're booking it back to the manor as quickly as possible.
Going back to the manor house.
Are you going via vehicle or are you going to walk it again?
I think we're going to have to walk it. I don't think public transport would be an option at this point.
I smell bad.
Yeah. He smells.
That's entirely fair. So you start the trip back. You will reach there from this point in time by probably about nightfall. Joseph, you have managed to scooch yourself about halfway up the corridor. And about this point in time, the sun has started to fade away and night has started to roll around. It's weird, you're feeling tired.
Oh, that's not going to help my plans. Maybe I'm just hungry.
Possibly. I mean, maybe a rouse check for the start of the day.
No, I'm not hungry. I'm quite fine, actually.
Would appear to be.
How curious. Well, I've got some things I need to do, so maybe stretching my legs will make me feel better. I need to go to the shops. I need to go for a shop. Right, off I go to the shop for my surprise for Kai and Alyssa.
Okay. You head downstairs to the front door, out into the night, and as you're heading off towards the exit of Eaton Hall, you see Kai and Alyssa come walking basically briskly in an almost run down the street towards you.
Oh, you can't see me. My surprise. I hide under a cloak of shadows.
I understand.
Do we see him?
Make a roll.
Do we see him before he cloaks?
I have to disappear.
I would probably say, I would probably say no. You guys were very insistent on needing to run back as fast as you possibly can. And I'd actually be more concerned about you looking behind yourself than in front of yourself. So, no, I'd say Joseph managed to get that cloak off quite quickly and easily.
Yeah.
What's behind us?
Well, you were being followed, weren't you?
Yeah, we were. So we're not behind us, not in front of us. But do you still have Eyes of the Cat up?
Well,
Not for that long.
No. Okay.
You see Alyssa and Kai go running straight past you, Joseph, heading in towards the manor. You think that they're looking like they're somewhat distressed.
They definitely want my surprise. I should be quick then. Drop Cloak of Shadows and carry on towards the shop.
Okay, you start heading towards the shops. Alyssa, roll me just your perception. In fact, just your awareness, sorry.
I'm dying. I'm literally dying.
You don't hear anything as you go storming into the into Eaton Hall.
No.
Joseph, what kind of shop are you looking for?
I want like a small little shop that probably sells bread and butter.
From here, weirdly, there is a decent distance to the local corner shop. We're talking like about an hour's worth of walk, maybe 3/4 of an hour's worth of run for someone who doesn't tire out.
I can drive, but there's no car. We don't have a car. Wait, we do have a car, don't we? Do we have a car?
You do, but you have already started walking.
I have.
You can turn around, and if you did turn around, they'd definitely know you were doing something then.
Oh no, it's a surprise. I need to make that a special surprise for them both because they eat food now.
Exactly.
Right,
So,
running a go.
and away you run for the next hour and an hour and a half, not counting choosing time.
So nice, my friends.
You are the best. Hi, Alyssa. You managed to enter into the into Eaton Hall.
I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing at the idea of just Joseph being like, I'm gonna go give them a present.
Well, there is.
Why are you not?
There's no one in the house.
I think I'm just running around, like, looking for Joseph at this point, just like, Joseph, just opening every door, just like, Joseph, where are you?
The door to Joseph's room is open. Empty. There is no one here. There are no staff. There are no guests. Lord Camden isn't here.
I'm not bothered about all that right now, I'm more bothered about Joseph.
Joseph is definitively not here.
Kai, Joseph's not here.
Oh, great. So Joseph isn't here. I can't find anyone here. We're being followed by something. We don't know if that's here.
Nope.
Wonderful.
Why can't we just have nice things, Kai?
I'm gonna look around and see how dusty it is right now.
There's been a cleaner the last day.
Okay, so it's not what I thought was going on. Never mind.
I'm kind of just hoping that
What do you
Joseph's
think
just
was
gone
going on?
out.
I'm hoping he's gone out. But I'm also hoping that he doesn't, change halfway through being out and then forget where he is and then we lose him forever.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Somewhere, halfway down a road, whistling happily to himself, Joseph continues towards the shops. May I ask what you are purchasing from the shops?
That depends on what the shopkeeper recommends.
Oh no!
Remember,
understand.
Joseph comes from a place where vampires and humans live together quite happily.
And a place where money is not a factor.
Yeah.
I've already thought of this.
I thought you did. Back into Eaton Hall for a moment then, while that continues. You search the place high and low. Definitely no sign of Joseph. Takes about maybe 15 minutes to do a room to room.
Well, if we're going to go back, we need him.
I agree, so we're going to have to, I guess, sit and wait patiently for him to turn up?
I mean, I will say, you haven't actually checked the basement for him.
I mean, I kind of hope that he wouldn't have gone down there.
No.
I mean, it'd take an absolute madman to do that, right?
Hello!
Yeah, but if he was in the basement, he'd still be able to hear us and he'd reply.
Unless he's gone back to whatever time it is that you guys seem to think is what that basement does.
I feel like you're trying to get us to leave him behind. We will not abandon our soft boy.
I am just trying to point out to you your logical state of thought.
It's
That
not.
doesn't sound very logical to me.
So you're saying it's not logical to check the entire house?
No, I'm saying it's not logical to go back down to the spooky basement that makes us go back in time
Well,
and
we
leave our
think.
friend.
We don't
And
know.
again, on the subject of not logical, are you telling me that only insane people would do that?
Let's go and check the basement.
Yes, but what's insane to one person isn't insane to another person.
Let's just go and check the basement, guys.
I know, and Joseph would have thought of it as just a potential thing of maybe they've gone down that way.
Alyssa is going to go and check the basement.
Outstanding. You head down into the basement. When you get down there, you can see the room that you had the mass amount of snack in, and a long corridor that just seems to lead on and on and on.
So he's not in the room where the snackage was.
He is not in the room where the snacks were. The bodies are all still there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well, if he's not down here and there's just a corridor that goes on and on and on and on and on, surprisingly, I'm going to say that curiosity is not going to get the best of Alyssa when she's on her own.
Curiosity
Seems
did
fair
not
to me.
kill the cat.
I literally could kill the cat.
Okay, so what are you doing then?
Going back upstairs and telling Malachi that Joseph's not downstairs.
Right. So Joseph isn't anywhere in the house. So we've lost to Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we have Lord Camden staying?
Yeah.
So we've also lost to Lord Camden.
Yeah.
Now, Joseph I understand because Joseph is liable to wander off on his own, but Lord Camden... That's when things start getting a little bit bizarre.
I mean, this whole scenario is bizarre.
Yeah, I'm not going to understate how bizarre everything is, but I mean in this specific moment, everything is a little bit bizarre. But the extremely powerful, what one could presume to be at least a sixth generation vampire has disappeared. A bit worrying.
It is, and at the same time, if my train of thought is correct, it's not because he's part of this scenario, is the best way I can put it. And not all the pieces are in play.
45 minutes later, Joseph reaches the shops. It's a very simple sort of corner-esque shop. As you enter in through the door, to the immediate left is the counter, and then there are the various stacks that run the length of it, with a sort of frozen foods and otherwise chilled food section right at the back. There's
straight to the
stairs that lead upstairs to a stock room, which you imagine probably is where most of the staff are. There is one person behind the counter who looks tired, dejected, relatively pissed off, probably because in some way, shape or form they're mildly working retail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been there.
I go straight to the counter with the person stood behind me.
They're a male. They must be in their late 20s, early 30s. Sort of dark black hair, tied in a sort of a ponytail at the back. Seemingly quite haggard, very tired. Just let her look up.
Hello.
What can I get you there, mate?
I need your help, my friend, to help my best friend and his potential girlfriend, who might not be his girlfriend. I get very confused, but they have the sex a lot. But I need you to help me do the thing to make them...
He turns around, grabs a 12-pack of condoms, puts them on the table in front of him.
Oh, no,
No?
No. It's not my place to say if chance lets them conceive and have a child. No, that's not my place. That's, for their fate to do, which has nothing to do with me. I don't think about anything to do with that. But I need you to help me.
Need me to help you what? Because you cut out there, sorry.
Me to help me feed them, because, they eat differently to me.
Right, okay. Yeah, sure. What things do they like?
I don't know, but I want to make them a special sandwich.
Points down down the aisle. All of our foodstuffs are mostly down that way. Feel free to have a look. Bring it to the counter when you're ready.
I've not had a sandwich in a long time. Could you show me what I need to make a sandwich, please? A special sandwich that they will like.
He stops for a moment, just kind of looks up at you. Buddy, I've been on this shift for the past 7 hours. I'm tired. Get some bread. Get some chocolate spread. I'm sure they can find a use for that as well later. Just make them some of that.
So they can eat that, then eat that as well. That's a great idea. You're really good. What's your name?
Drake.
That's a real nice name, Drake. I'm Joseph. Thank you so much. 1 second, I'll go get the stuff.
Okay. He just sort of shakes his head. Pulls up a newspaper.
I go get some chocolate spread and some bread.
Okay, you gather both of those items. Do you bring them back to the counter as instructed?
I do, because I'm a good Malkavian.
I understand it. He looks them both over. £4, please, mate.
Here's my shoes.
He looks as you place these shoes onto the counter. I imagine, having the fact that they've seen a post-apocalypse, they're probably not particularly great shoes.
They're well worn in.
He looks down at them. Looks at you. Looks down at the shoes.
I smile.
Put your shoes back on.
But I'm trading you for the bread and the chocolate spread.
Are you saying you don't have any money?
We got rid of money like at least 10 years ago. Or was it 15 years ago? I forget. I'm not good with time. Oh, wait a sec. Speaking of time, this is a different time. This is all wrong. You're all wrong. Sorry, I'm really sorry, Drake, but...
Okay, so you're going to
Cloud
attempt to use Dominate to make him forget the interaction, or to forget the fact that you basically currently have a large jar of Nutella and a large wholemeal sliced loaf.
Yeah, I think it's been too long for the first conversation, but to basically make him forget the second conversation.
I understand. He does that, so his eyes glaze a little.
I quickly take my shoes off the thing when he's done when he's done that. When he's going with the eyes.
And then he looks up at you. Sorry,
Thank you so much.
right out there.
It's fine. Thank you for paying. I just turn and walk away.
He looks at the fact that the till hasn't been opened or anything else.
Very quickly.
And he just doesn't even question it. It's a loaf of bread and a thing of Nutella. He's not getting fucking stabbed for that.
Well, Joseph.
He doesn't know that. You're just some random nutter that's walked in.
Yeah.
Try to give us some shoes.
Oh my god.
So you go walking off with this thing of Nutella and a wholemeal sliced loaf,
Yep.
and you now begin the 45-minute walk back.
Yep, but I can't run this time because obviously I don't want to damage the bread and the chocolate.
I mean, the chocolate is in a glass container here, so you're looking at about an hour.
Yep.
Okay. Back to Malachi and Alyssa.
I mean,
So-
at this point, I am frantically pacing.
So there's no Joseph, there's no Elizabeth. That's the other person we need to find.
No, I don't think Elizabeth is who we need to find. I think we just need to find Joseph, and I think we need to go back down stairs and go backwards. Essentially, or at least try. I don't know if it'll work, but
It's worth a shot, isn't it?
yeah, we can't stay here. This isn't right. We should never have, tried to stay here. The minute we got here, we should have realised that something was wrong.
Yeah, things keep going weird, and then you end up smelling like nightclub toilet.
Yeah, you really are trying to embody Arlo, aren't you?
No, honestly, I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort. I don't know what happened there. I really don't.
I feel like Arlo is the only person who would have picked up a Jean Paul Gaultier aftershave and also a red velvet suit.
Yeah, but the red velvet suit looked really nice at the time.
It probably looked really nice in your mind's eye when you were thinking, I'm still Arlo. Because I'm going to be honest, you do not have the body or the face for a red velvet suit, Malachi.
I mean, I'm a little bit hurt, but at the same time, I do see where you're coming from.
It is not. You're just there's too much shoulder. I feel like you've got to be very, twig-like to pull off a red velvet suit.
Yeah, you have to sort of be like a red velvet cake of a person.
Which I imagine you probably wear as Arlo.
Possibly. It's really weird trying to remember right now.
Well, we can't do anything until Joseph comes back, and we don't know how long that's going to be, so we might as well do something to pass the time. I said we might as well do something to pass the time.
You better start boning when I'm making you a sandwich.
Well, we've got an empty house.
You son of a bitches.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, Kai, that's not where my mind was going on this. I was just going to say, sit and watch Netflix or go for a swim or something, but you just
Netflix.
seem to be...
Chill.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know, yeah. Netflix, a swim or something.
Well, you can't do both, you kind of have to pick one.
I mean, we could do both.
You cannot watch Netflix while swimming. For one, there's not a TV in the pool.
Well, we can move the TV to the side of the pool.
No. Oh goodness. No.
I mean, we're not splashing it or anything.
I mean, if you want to try and get the TV off the wall... In fact, no, I'm not even going to suggest you take the TV off the wall. Just pick one.
Fine, we'll watch some movies. Hold on, I know exactly what we should watch. I sit down, put in the Netflix password, which is 1234 ABCD.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to see if I can play Fantasia.
Okay. So as you queue up the movie involving a mouse, a hat, and a brush, what else are you doing? There's going to be a little bit of time before Joseph comes back?
No, that's
Are
it.
you literally going to sit and watch Fantasia?
Yeah.
Yeah? And throughout Fantasia, I'm going to explain about Mickey Mouse. Again.
Okay. So that happens.
Today,
Worst thing that could happen.
Malachi took a Disney virginity.
2 virginities with 1 vampire.
Not even a vampire.
Or are you?
Dun, dun, dun.
So I have this clear for my own notes. For the next hour, you're going to sit and watch a musical from Disney.
Yeah?
Okay, right. How focused are you on that?
How focused? What? We're watching Fantasia.
Okay.
It's a really good. It's a classic.
So many chances to make a move, dude. Come on.
Yeah, fair. So many chances.
Right.
But Fantasia is just too damn good.
Joseph,
You ready for more shenanigans?
round the corner, heading back towards... I'd like you to make me a wits and awareness roll. Because
good.
these two are idiots.
I
only at 101.
mean, we're not. We just have terrible rules, so we've just given up.
Okay. Non-hunger dice.
2 successes.
Hunger dice.
Why did that come up like that?
Don't know.
Why is
One can only guess.
I am... Oh, wait. Is that how many times I failed?
Well, you don't get to roll, Alyssa. You're watching Fantasia.
I didn't roll. I didn't do anything. My hands are not even near my mouse.
Then I don't know why yours came up in the first place there, because I didn't roll that.
It's not even a roll. It just says minus 24.
I bet I did something stupid knowing me.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So, 2 successes then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Joseph? Okay. You head back inside. There are some of the staff on the grounds.
Well, nope. Shenanigans time, Agent.
Alright. Shenanigans time it is.
I have to surprise them.
Oh no.
I know they're in there. So I need to use my stealth and breaking specialty to try and break into the kitchen, make the sandwich, go into an unseen passage, go into the room they're at, and surprise them with a chocolate.
Right. Okay. Would you make me a stealth and dexterity check, please?
I am actually trying when I boost my dexterity.
Oh my goodness.
Of course you are.
I'm not.
Which you managed to do without getting hungrier.
What is
It's
happening?
7. It's 7 dice and obviously 1 hunger.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
So 5. Okay.
1.
Last
2.
knob. Another hunger dice.
Right. Okay.
flattered?
Weirdly, you do manage to get into the kitchen without too many issues. The lights are all off. You're not quite sure how stealthy you've been, but neither Malachi nor Alyssa seem to have heard you. There are a selection of knives, chopping boards, anything that you can have to make a sandwich with.
Gonna make a pile of chocolate spread sandwiches, but then leave enough chocolate so they can put on each other's body later.
I expected no less. Okay, you make a pile of chocolate spread sandwiches.
Then unseen passage.
Unseen passage, holding the chocolate spread sandwiches, yeah?
Yes.
Make me another wits and awareness roll.
Don't get any hungry.
That's fine.
You're really lucky with hungry roll. So that's the normal.
Okay.
And then one hunger.
Yeah.
It's not cool. It's not a confirmed critical, it's fine.
Yeah.
You have to duck out of view basically somewhat duck out of view almost intentionally as some of the staff members are wandering around the grounds, basically looking like they're tending to it. But you head into the room with Malachi and Alyssa. They cannot see you, you are in unseen passage.
I should go around to there about 7 and then drop and see. Surprise!
At that point in time, the satchel charges on all four corners of Eaton Hall go off.
The sandwiches!
And the entire building starts coming down around your ears.
Sandwiches!
First Light sends their regards.
Of course they do. Fuckers.
We'll take a 30-minute break, 10-minute break there even.
I forgot about this one. Let's do it.
So, to offer clarity on a point of view that has happened from while you guys weren't paying attention, picture the scene of literally 10 minutes before this. A tactical team of what must have been 15 people in black gear with thermal goggles swept into the grounds and started laying charges on places of structural significance, shall we say. One or two of them had made entrance using their guns, just sweeping backwards and forwards. Some of them not noticing the Malkavian sort of almost whistling and dancing past them with his tray of sandwiches. Before they all pulled out and their commander depressed the button to roughly about the point in time in the portion of Fantasia where Bald Mountain's on.
Oh, yeah.
And you can see Chernobog basically ripping up the souls of hell.
Pretty accurate music piece then.
As it kind of hits its climax and you hear surprise really loudly, which gives a bit of a startle to begin with, there is this repeated sense of about 6 different thumping sounds from where the chargers break down the main support pillars of the building. The building then turns into just so much brick and starts to fall. What would you like to do?
I need you to answer me a question, Ed.
The sandwiches are fine. For now.
Oh, well, that. It might not matter in a second. Do I turn to Mary because of the noise and the bright lights? Or is this an assault on my person and somebody else comes out?
Well, that's awkward. Technically, unless I am incredibly missed by the actual statement, what happened in order was you yelled surprise, Alyssa and Malachi both screamed/shouted in surprise, and then the detonations happened.
Yep.
I think that's a Mary.
So guess
there.
what? That's a Mary.
Right, okay.
Were it the other thing, I'd have gone, yeah, no, that's an assault on your person, and you would have gone into the one that would have mattered. But
Cool,
the
so it's
screaming
Mary.
threw it off first.
Right, cheers.
No worries. You have barely seconds to pull this reaction in. The ceiling is coming down on you. This is a precision destruction of a building. It is falling like rain right now. Time has effectively slowed to a crawl for just this moment of decision making. After this, there's going to be a lot of bricks.
Right. So I'm going to expend my 20 essence to bronze up.
Right. Okay.
Attempt to stand, get a bearing on a direction.
So as you come to a slow stand, basically you coming from where you are from a seated position to a standing position is milliseconds worth of time, but it seems to move in eternity. You can see flashes off from one side, flashes from another. Parts of the ceiling roof just start trickling down past you like rain.
Yeah.
You can see the hallway which leads to the front door. That is about your best exit, provided, of course, you don't want to try a wall.
Don't want to try the wall. So if I can see that, then I'm going to try to pick up Alyssa and leg it in that direction with lightning speed.
All right. That is an intent, and we will take that as your intent.
That's my intent.
What is Alyssa's intent in this moment?
Alyssa's intent is to protect Joseph.
Right. All that was Alyssa's intent to Joseph.
Yeah. So Alyssa would probably try to transform as quickly as possible into her beast form so that she can try and protect Mary.
Okay. And in this moment, what is the freshly forming consciousness of Mary considering?
She has no idea what's going on. She doesn't even get a second to look around. She literally just blinks and looks what's going on before it all collapses upon her because she has no idea what's going on.
Alright.
Tragic, but she has no idea what's going on, alas.
So, here is how things are going to happen in quick succession. Both Alyssa and Malachi are going for different things. Malachi is making the attempt to grab Alyssa. Alyssa is making an attempt to transform and to grab Mary. Yes?
Yes.
So Malachi, I want you to make me a strength and athletics check. Alyssa, I want you to make me, in your full war form, a strength and athletics check.
Cool.
Three successes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So 5 successes, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Versus Malachi's 1.
2.
2 successes. So, Alyssa, you feel Malachi latch around your waist and doesn't seem to be able to hold on to you unless you allow it. Do you allow it?
I've just had a complete mind blank. So, sorry, he's trying to pull me away, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's basically trying to grab you and drag you out.
Okay. And I don't have a hold of Mary.
You do not have a hold of Mary.
In that case, I am going to resist because I need to protect Mary. Or Joseph.
You have 3 points of strength higher than Malachi in this regard. You have 3 successes over. In what way do you resist this bronzed human trying to grab you?
I just fling myself towards Joseph, Mary, and like pull them into my chest, and then sort of like cover over them.
So, what, you're just going to move quicker than Malachi and leave Malachi stood there? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now then, same roll again, Alyssa. Strength and athletics for Joseph.
I don't think I would resist in any shape because of the shock.
That's entirely fair. Then you are basically being bodied up into Alyssa's arms as fast as possible. However, Malachi,
Yeah.
as you've gone to grab, Alyssa has not shoved you off, but has basically shook you free and gone to grab Joseph.
But I see her transform as this happens, right?
The speed is definitely. You see that there is something that's changed, but things have moved too quickly for you to give a proper. Ah, right, she's done that. She definitely seems to have fur. But again, this is happening in under a couple of seconds.
So not really time to process that. In which case, I'm gonna hunker down.
You're gonna just duck and cover, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. You drop to your knees and assume the atom bomb position.
Yeah. With
Alyssa, what are you doing?
Holding around me.
Essentially the same. Like I'm on the ground, trying like if there's a table or anything nearby, any form of extra cover, then I'm gonna basically try and hunker down under that with. Ooh, I just had a sudden thought. If I do that, I might crush Joseph.
That anything falling onto anything that. So, Alyssa, you've gone to dive on Joseph and try to bring him to the ground and keep, effectively, Mary safe. Malachi, you have ducked to the ground and basically trying to keep yourself safe. I now need to work out what a exploding, burning, falling building does in terms of damage.
Yeah. I need to remember how much I soak. Because I haven't got it written down, it's something stupid.
Calculate the damage of a large building. That'll do. Oh no, that's not vampire. That's D&D. Alright.
What do you mean no matches found?
Okay. Do you have any supernatural soaking ability, Alyssa?
I don't believe so. No, I don't.
Right.
There is. No, I don't think there is. I'm just having a quick look, but I don't. Oh, actually, no. I think that's damage more than armor soaking. Let me just have a quick check. I don't think I have the armor soak abilities.
I thought you had one of them, at least.
I don't think I do, because I've got the one that helps with brawl and melee attacks, and instinct. Yeah, I have the one that helps with brawl and melee attacks and the one that helps with movement speed.
Right.
Which actually just doubles the result of all my initiative rolls.
Okay.
I do not have Ox Body, which probably would have been the one that I needed. Or Armour Forming, which is the other armour one.
Right. Okay.
Jade, why did you do that?
Because that was my initial reaction.
Understood.
Just having a look now, see if there's anything else. Because this isn't good. This is not going to end well.
I wasn't expecting it to end well, if I'm going to be honest. I'm fully expecting a death here.
Okay. This is going to get me on a list. Because I now need to look this up. I need to know the size of Eaton Hall. Because you say one death, I say TPK.
Yeah, fair.
So, guys, what group are we playing next?
I'm not having someone die to fucking Fantasia.
We're not
We're
dying
all
to
dying to
Fantasia. We're dying to Eaton Hall falling on top of us because none of us could see.
While Fantasia continues to play around you.
Yeah, but none of us could see First Light, at all during the entire day. So clearly, this is karma.
17th century house was replaced by a much larger house. 1, 2, 3, 3 and a bit of floors. I can't even reason how much in just tonnage that is coming down around you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to need everyone, and this is completely fudging this as much as possible, to roll me stamina and to roll me... Oh, it's gonna... Let's do your health pool. So 5 dice plus 3 for anyone who has a stamina 3, 5 dice plus 2 for Joseph.
I have plus 12 against bashing. Is that gonna...
Then you want to that's 12 points of damage automatically removed.
Yeah.
My stamina is technically 6 right now.
Then you roll that instead.
So 5 plus... Yeah.
So 5 plus whatever my stamina is.
Yeah.
So, what was I breaking up for a second then? What were we rolling? Sorry, Ed.
Roll 5 plus your stamina of 2.
So 2 10s, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 successes.
I need to get a pen and paper.
That is 5 successes. No, 4 successes.
4 successes. You have an automatic 12 though for your skill.
5.
How many?
5, I think. Yep.
No, you got 6.
Did I?
Mm-hmm. Because you've got a 9, a 9, a 9, an 8, and then another 8.
Oh, thank you. I don't see the results of the dice, just the successes now.
Yeah, it doesn't tell me the results anymore. It used to.
Same here.
Okay. Now, this is an old way of working out some damage. But basically, what you've done there is that is your stamina plus your general hardiness rolled against what I've got to basically roll in return. Because otherwise, it would be automatic success. Basically, that would be how many successes I just knock off the damage dice pool. And the damage dice pool for a 3-story building falling down on you is not small.
Didn't think it would be.
Trying to work out. Why is this house so fucking secret? Why do I have to picture it's a secretive fucking house? Oh yeah, that's why. Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Country houses in the. Do I have anything for reference? Okay. Dirty 20s, I didn't want those. I want those.
Whoa. What, 16 organs?
Even if I drop this to superficial damage, it puts it right back up to ag really quickly.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't worry about us not the twin.
Joseph, Alyssa, the amount of rubble coming cascading down on you, and the last things you see for the moment are just darkness. Malachi,
Yep.
you have 1 hit point.
Fuck.
Everything elevated currently, and that 1 hit point is already in superficial. Because what I currently am looking at there is per floor, it's done a certain amount, so the total, technically, you guys have taken 33 points of superficial damage each.
Whew.
So understand I'm being very nice by how some of this is turning out.
Yeah. Ow. Ow.
You are currently buried under what has to be easily 18 tons of rubble.
Ow.
So is Alyssa, so is Joseph. Joseph, you are in torpor. There is no two ways about that.
I thought I saw somehow.
Alyssa, you are basically back in your normal form. You're not dead, but it would take a stiff breeze to kill you. What is left of your body is going to require some severe healing. And I say the words, what is left of.
Yeah.
You have created enough room, Malachi, just with your own body,
Yeah.
to have given yourself some level of room, but you have basically been beaten like an iron pan.
Yeah.
Parts of you are dented, parts of you are broken. You think multiple of your ribs have in some way, shape or form cracked, and you are pretty sure one of your legs is never going to work right again.
Eek. I'm gonna
What do you
crawl.
want to do?
I'm gonna try and crawl over and do the best I can to try and dig the other two out and grit my teeth through the pain.
Well, for reference, the space that you are currently occupying is maybe 8 feet end to end, with maybe let's be nice and say a 3 foot tall roof.
Right.
And I would probably say maybe 3 to 5 feet across at the shoulders. The only reason it's taken this shape is because you had an invulnerable skin.
Yeah.
You do
So
not know
that's
if digging is just going to collapse it down on you. For reference.
Yeah. I'm gonna yell for help.
There is a echo from the sounds of things, but no actual response.
What else do I even have that I can do here? Because we already established I don't have my gun on me.
Yes, we did.
And I'm sat there watching Fantasia. And the whole fucking house collapses. Don't have anything here that I can do. No, that's not going to do anything. Okay. Nope. I'm just going to keep calling for help.
Okay.
Or I'm going to try
You keep
and
shouting.
figure out where I might be able to get some room without collapsing this whole thing in.
There are options, just none of them particularly good. Shouting for help is definitely an option, but you also get the impression that someone did this to you. So, if you are close enough to the surface to be heard, do you really want to be? Is the first question that has to be asked.
Yeah. But I'm aware that whatever they could do to try and hurt me at this point, other than setting off another charge and collapsing this shit on top of me.
Or just digging you out and putting a bullet through your brain.
I mean, yeah, but they'd have to shoot through the bronze armor.
Trust me, in places that bronze armor is very shootable through.
Understood.
Keep calling out. There doesn't appear to be any sort of sounds coming around the room. It's the space you have made for yourself is tiny at best. It's almost like a coffin.
Mm.
It's made up of brick. It's made up of pieces of stucco, bits of furniture, elements of clothing from what you imagine is part of a wardrobe that's got mixed in there.
Yeah.
It's cold. Everything is sharp and real and painful.
I know that this house has a basement. And I'm trying to figure out where that is in relation to me right now. And whether I can find a way. So, invulnerable skin of bronze. Character inflicts extra 2 dice of bashing damage in bare-handed combat. Can I try and punch through the floor? Is that a thing?
Okay. I will let you make an intelligence and awareness check.
If I punch through the floor, the rest of this is just going to fall on top of me, right?
You are almost 100% sure you punch through the floor. You may buy yourself a decent amount of falling time before everything that was just on top of you just lands on top of you again.
Yeah. Yeah, got it. I'm so completely stumped.
Like I say, you can try dig. There is a possibility it might cave on you. There is also a possibility it might not. It's dependent entirely on what and how you do it. You remember from when it hit, Alyssa and Joseph were not too far away. In fact, you would even wager they are probably in the same, almost exact area. That can't be more than 4.5 feet away, just from the level of the explosion.
So, in that case, if everything seems to be held above me, and that if I dig too far in one direction, it's just going to fall, then I'm going to try and, like, dig in short bursts in a radius?
You're going to try and widen the area around you.
Yeah. So that hopefully it still stays piled up and is held up by its own.
Here's the thing, and this is a really horrifying topic to ever have to research into, and I would advise people never to actually look this kind of thing up. But have you ever looked up stuff about being buried alive?
I'm literally just typing that.
The problem you've got is not... It's not the digging.
Yeah.
The majority of the problem you've got is where are you putting the stuff you're digging? If you're on the outside, you would put it just off to one side, but digging something around here is just pushing it into another corner. You're not so much digging a tunnel, what you're doing is you're just moving the bubble you're in.
Yeah. But I'm hoping to try and move the bubble I'm in slightly closer to the bubble that they're in.
Now, this is the thing. You have no level of knowledge. In fact, roll me an intelligence check. I've got to make it an intelligence check now. I
Yeah.
can only help for so long before it turns into stuff that you would need to have worked out. A success, that'll do. If you start digging in any direction, what you're going to have to do is take the materials that are in front of you and put them behind you.
Yeah.
The walls are the things holding this up.
Mm-hmm.
You dig towards them, you will drop everything on you.
Yeah.
The logical option is you dig up, because that way stuff is already moving down beneath you.
So I move it from above me to the floor
Below
level.
you,
Yeah.
and then when you're at the top, you dig them out when you have room.
Yeah. So I'm going to start taking the rubble from above me and putting it down onto the ground level, at least trying to hold up what I can
Okay,
while I
now
do that.
here is my next statement.
Yeah.
This has a very real, very strong possibility of just killing you.
Yep.
If you don't manage this, I don't want to be that guy,
Yeah.
but if you don't manage this,
That's a TPK.
that is a TPK, because those who have breath will suffocate to death. Those who do not will be found by first light.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you, before you start digging anywhere, Do you have any other moves in your arsenal that you want to pull out? Whether it's stuff on your character sheet, stuff you think you can do, stuff you want to try, anything else, because this is a crux point right now.
Right. So I seem to remember something. I know that I didn't have my gun on me, but I seem to remember that that's
That is
a bonded.
true.
I seem to remember that that's a bonded weapon. Or at least
is sort of bonded, but not in the way you're thinking.
right.
It doesn't appear on you. That is a completely different charm.
Understood. So I can't do it that way. I can't think of anything else that I actually have that would be useful here in any way, shape, or form. This is mostly based on either social skills or when I have my gun. There's moving in a certain direction. There's being able to
How much
balance.
actions do you actually have left, just out of interest?
At this point in time, so 14.
Burned 20. I know that much.
Yeah.
You have 14 left.
Yep.
Is that peripheral or personal?
I would have burned peripheral to put the skin of bronze up. So
Okay.
that'd be 2 peripheral and 12 personal.
So to add to the rest of the scene then, everything down here is glowing.
Yep.
You can see perfectly right up until the point in time where you're almost sure that what is basically your totemic image anima banner is the thing holding this up. It isn't, but it's compressed in that much of a space. What is your what does your anima banner look like, out of interest? What is the totem?
The totem of my anima banner is essentially a gigantic golden falcon.
Alright, so there is this sort of like multiple wings that are crossing over you that are just seeming to glow. This spectral bird of prey is just surrounding you this entire time.
And I need to find a way to get out of here. I need to go up.
You actually also do not know how far up is,
No.
more alarmingly.
Yep. And I'd imagine it's 3 floors of up compressed into a bunch of rock.
Pretty much.
Only thing I can do is start digging, I guess. That's like literally.
It will
Try.
be a strength and athletics check to dig.
Understood.
If you are going to do it, I will allow for 1 failure out of basically a set of amount of them until I say otherwise. You will get 1 failure where it will be you start to see things shift.
Understood. So, yep. So I have.
Right, if this is the course of action you're wanting to take from it, go for it. Strength and athletics. It's not necessarily all you can do. There are other options.
That's
You're
3.
just looking a bit too much at your character sheet, not the others. 3 successes.
Yep, 3 there. Keep digging.
I'm going to say that's a pass.
Yeah.
3 successes. Yep.
Two, that was.
Crunch.
So 2 isn't a
That's your
bad.
fail.
Right. How much have I managed to shift?
You have managed to. You are now stood up.
Yeah.
You've managed to shift bits off to the side enough that you have turned what is basically a flat down coffin into a standing up telephone booth.
Yeah.
But as you reach for the next part, you just had this vast amount of sort of small bricks and dust just like smack you repeatedly in the face.
Yeah.
And you
That
get the
doesn't-
impression that that's not going to end well.
No, it isn't. At this point, okay, let's see what happens when I go supernova.
All right.
I'm gonna burn an extra 10 of my personal essence. To see what the limit of this damn thing is, and if it does anything at all. Just to try and will the goddamn rock off of me.
So you're burning essence, not so much through a charm, but or just expelling it.
Yep. Almost like a almost like a beacon. I'm gonna try and maybe expel it upwards. That's gonna draw them to me. I know that.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask you, what do you believe will happen if you do it?
What if I burn all of my essence?
If you basically emptied whatever you have left in the tank in an expelling maneuver,
Yeah.
what do you believe is going to happen?
Yeah, they'll just come it'll all come crashing back down as a massive rock again, won't it? If I try to.
It's hard to say. It's not really one of those that there's a thing. I want you to tell me in your head what you think happens. Let's not say this isn't going to work. I just want you to tell me roughly what you think will be the thing.
What I think will happen is that falcon that consists of my anima banner will be fed, basically have power fed into it by my essence to sort of push and then throw the rock off of it. But it's not really a solid thing, but I'm trying to will it to be so.
Roll me an intelligence check.
An intelligence check?
Yep.
Again, what my stat?
It is not your stat, which is why I'm saying it's...
Two
Okay.
successes.
Let's take the example that has been provided for us.
Yeah.
The whole Super Saiyan effect.
Yes.
Let's say you throw up this vast amount of energy and it just creates this huge explosion outwards that manages to free you from this area.
Yeah. Everything else just caves in around it.
No.
No?
Let's say it frees you entirely and you actually have a clean path outwards.
Yeah.
How are you going to get Alyssa's death off your conscious when you've crushed her under the explosion?
Well, I don't even know if she's alive anyway at this point in
That
time.
is true. But that explosion is not something you can direct. That goes just everywhere.
Yeah. And I don't want to risk that. I wouldn't want to risk that. But I don't even know what direction they're in. I'm going to listen out, see if I can hear even shallow breaths coming from anywhere.
Not through that much rubble.
No. So I'm literally just shooting in the dark. There's... not anything I can do here.
Think creatively. Don't think of it as like a set of stats or a problem. Think of it like this was a superhero TV show, something like that.
Yeah.
Work with something that you can describe a stunt to me.
Describe a stunt to you. Well, at the moment my hands are covered in bronze.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long I can pound the against rock to try and turn it into... No. This is really tricky. It's just one of those things where I'm like... I start thinking of something and I have to second guess it. If I could find a way to just crush it all into dust or something. It's the only way I can think of getting out of it. Other than somebody else digging out from the top at this point. And that's not gonna happen.
Final thing I'm going to try for you. After this, you make your own decision. Roll me your essence.
My essence? What, my remaining essence?
Yep. No, roll me your essence stats, so 3 dice.
Oh, yeah. Got it.
Okay.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
You take a moment, just sort of center yourself. You put yourself back, sort of rewind yourself back to before the explosion.
Yeah.
You know where you were put. You remember where you fell down. You remember roughly the direction of Alyssa. She's currently to your right.
Mm-hmm.
She can't be more than 4 foot away. You sort of mentally reconstruct the room from pieces of debris.
Yeah.
You have a sort of a general plan of how things are, and you have a rough estimate of how much has fallen down on top of you. You manage to equate to yourself it will take you another 4 rolls to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But you also get the feeling that with the level of essence you have, if you were to just expel it all, it would take 1. You are also 100% confident if you did, you would kill Alyssa. If she is still alive. Because it would cause a shockwave out that would crack everything around you and compact it.
Yeah. Then
There is
only
one other option with what you've rolled. You don't have to do this alone.
This is what I was thinking, is try to reach out to... Well, I'm not sure if I still know that there's another solar.
Who are you trying to reach out to?
Hmm?
Who would you be trying to reach out to?
It would be Michael. But he doesn't even know me yet in this continuation. So, the only person that I could think to reach out to would be Elizabeth.
Is that the only person?
Lord Camden?
You can see that the cast mark on your head is starting to fade with the light as it passes. Just a single trickle of blood basically just dripping down your face from where you've been smashed that hard.
Yeah.
As the lights start to go out, the shadows are starting to lengthen.
I feel myself starting to fade out, and that's...
You're going to have to make a decision, and quick.
Lord Camden's not going to try and save us. Doesn't really care. Like, that's a dead end. This thing's been destroyed. He's not going to do anything about that. Elizabeth is absolutely terrified, doesn't know what's going on. Michael doesn't know us yet. Who can I possibly reach out to at this point in time?
All of a sudden, everything starts to fade to
Unless...
black.
No,
Unless...
Wait, Malachi's still alive somewhere else, which means that I can not be me here, but be me there.
Not really, no.
No, that's not going to work. God damn it.
And let's be fair, if you plan on calling Malachi to help, even assuming you knew a way of contacting him, he's in Doncaster.
Yeah. I was just going to try and reincarnate into him, like, in this world. But that's just massive Deus Ex Machina. I can't.
The light starts to fade until eventually the blood's just too slick in your eyes that you can't actually see around you. You hear a sound from behind. Tick, tick, tick. It's like a set of high heels.
Yeah. I'm going to call out to Elizabeth.
You call out Elizabeth's name.
Yep.
Nothing happens. You do hear a very sweet sounding voice from behind you, however, walking closer through nothingness, going, my. Are we thinking about other women?
Oh. Hello, Arlo.
Who is Arlo?
Wait.
It's a woman's voice.
Wait a second.
As you turn to look, there is a alabaster woman covered in a raiment of tears, just looking you up and down appraisingly.
Oh. Hello. It's been a while.
Has it? Interesting. She just walks slightly around the side of you. You have no ability to move left, right, up, down, whatever.
Yep.
But she just sort of just takes a step around a few times. I've seen people in a pickle, but this one's a doozy.
Yeah.
Tell
yeah,
me,
you're right.
do you think you're gonna die here?
It's not me that I'm worried about.
Noble. I'll give you that. So, are you saying you don't want to die here to save others?
That's pretty much what I'm saying. If I had to die here to save the others, I would. But I don't think it's going to help at this point.
I can give you the power to save them. I can heal those wounds across your body. I can make you strong so that the people who did this pay for what they've done.
And then what happens?
She looks you up and down for a moment and just grins. She is gorgeous. And that smile is horrifying. I think you know.
I do. I just... Yeah. Guess I just wanted to know from you.
It's up to you. But I don't think you have long to make the call.
what I have to do.
She walks closer, just extends a hand out. Very ladylike. Just say yes.
Okay. I will say what I'm going to say, but I need you to tell me that they're going to be okay. I need you to promise that to me.
She brings her hand back up and closes her hand into a fist before placing it down her side. I can promise you I will give you the power to save them. What I cannot promise is that they will be saved. That is down to you, not to me. I am not an all-powerful deity. I am merely a collector.
I understand.
I cannot be called upon like some sort of lost god at the point in time you fail. You need to succeed. She holds her hand out again.
I'm going to take her hand against my better judgment. Okay.
Well,
If it's the only shot, this is what I'm going to do.
then say yes.
Yes.
You feel your cast marker ignite as the deal is sanctified. You also see that light goes from brilliant gold to a dull, dark red as blood flows freely from it.
Yep.
Then arise, my prince bathed in ash. All of a sudden you're back in the standing cupboard that you've managed to haul out for yourself. You can feel your bones resetting, you can feel the skin stitching. There is a tingle that moves from the top of your head all the way down your spine as power starts to flow through you. You can see your hands pulsing with almost black light. You feel strong. You feel ready. What do you do? Assume till I say otherwise that your attempts to do something will succeed.
Understood. First thing I'm going to do is try to dig out Alyssa and Mary at this point. Yeah.
You look at your hand, clench it slightly before placing it on the wall to your right. There's a ripple followed by this huge sound as a perfect hollow appears. What there was being atomized around Alyssa and Mary, I suppose, still, leaving them in just this perfectly carved hole, able to breathe, still alive.
I'm getting you out of here. I'm going to try and again dig in a direction that I'm pretty sure is going to allow us to exit this place.
Well, the amount of room you've created from this, you can literally walk from where you are to both of those two. This has
Yeah.
created effectively a corridor worth of free space.
Mm-hmm.
You walk to the pair of them,
Yep.
just pick them up,
Mm-hmm.
pick a direction.
Anywhere apart from towards the woods. Oh.
You
So-
just look off down to where the basement is,
Yeah. I'm gonna try
and
and
your
go.
eyes flare. And as they do, this just pressure wave hits the ground and cracks it wide open. You
Yeah.
can see the tunnel that leads out.
Come on. I'm gonna grab both of them. We're going back down the basement.
Grab both, no effort, lifting them both over your shoulders. You drop into the basement. You have the option of going into that secured room where all the bodies are, or off to the left where the woods are, as far as you're aware.
Well, it's the secured room where all the bodies are, and I know exactly what's going to happen. I might just make it happen myself.
What do you want to do?
There are 10 freshly drained bodies sat there, aren't there?
There are.
And I am currently in Abyssal Exalted, am I not?
You are.
Well, looks like I've got 10 fresh zombies to clean this mess up.
You extend your hand out towards the room, and dark speech crosses your lips. The center of your cast mark starts to pulse with this beating heart-like light. The translation is a little cartoony, but I'll go through it anyway. Just a bit, see what if I actually get the right one. That'll do. What comes out doesn't come out in English. It comes out in some sort of deep, maleficent speech. It comes out in the speech of Malpheus itself.
Yeah.
But the translation, as far as your mind goes to, equates to: the blackest night falls from the skies. The darkness grows as all light dies. They crave your hearts and your demise. By my black hand, these dead shall rise. As you snap the hand closed, these five, 10 bodies just lurch upwards and turn to stare at you with glowing blue eyes. They grab the nearest heavy-looking objects they can, and they start walking back into the hole and trying to dig their way out to find whoever the hell put you down there and put them in a bigger hole.
Understood. We're in that basement,
Yep,
and there's that tunnel that keeps going on and on and on.
the one which you used as the escape tunnel before.
Yep,
Heading out that way?
heading out that way. Although, no, I'm not good. Oh, I missed my opportunity to do that last time. And to be fair, it is the perfect time.
Go on.
No, it's not. No, it's not seen. It's not seen enough death. Hold on. No, I'm just going to go through the tunnels.
Okay. As you start walking off, somewhere in the house, there is this weird chiming of what's probably a broken, dying grandfather clock.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it rings out 12 times.
Yep.
And from there you can just hear the screaming of humans being eaten. As
Yep.
you walk your 2 charges, out into the woods. Alyssa,
Yes.
you're having terrible dreams.
Of course I am. When am I not having terrible dreams? Let's be honest.
You get the image of what's basically a wall of obsidian. You're in a non-space. Everything around you seems blank other than this one sheet of black material in front of you. And every so often you can see Malachi's face just pushing against it, trying to break through. You see his hands sort of hand soloing his way onto it, some sort of marks being left as he's trying to find his way around it. And then as he gets to that point where he's half pushing through, you can see the wall distending away. Something ratchets round his neck and just throws him into the dark.
Ooh.
After a moment of looking to see where he's gone, you can see a very horrifyingly familiar figure just walk up to the glass and just scratch across it with what seems to be a taloned claw. Dink, dink, dink. Round 2 for the face of mercy, I see. And he just falls away into dust. No. Ash. You snap into consciousness.
Cool. Gonna scream.
I can't believe I'm going to start doing this again. Prince!
Yep.
You hear something scream in your ear.
Ah, you're awake.
What?
Just for reference, you are ruined. There is bits of you that are broken in every way, shape, or form. You're pretty sure that your legs are backwards. Your left one.
I'm like trying to contemplate how on earth I will be speaking right now because there's not going to be any actual words if that's the level of damage. I'm just going to continue crying out in pain.
Don't worry, I'm getting you out of here.
What did you do?
What did I do? I saved you.
How?
I did everything I could.
Please don't tell me you did what I think you did.
It's the only way.
No, 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 no. No, why did you do that? After everything we've done.
That or all of us being crushed under a building.
I'd rather be dead.
The silence just carries on for a while.
Yeah.
There's a lot more corridor to go.
I'm still carrying her out and I'm just silent. Sighing. And in the back of... Well, the prince's mind now. It's. I mean, I've saved them. Why? No gratitude, only despair. Fantastic. I'm just going to keep getting you out of here.
After we're out.
Hmm?
After we're out,
Yes.
I want you to put me somewhere and leave.
Okay.
That cut out majorly for me. What was said?
She said, after we're out, I want you to put me somewhere and leave.
You make it another 100 steps before eventually you reach the end of this particular. In front of you, there is the wide open expanse of the forest, which leads onto the lake, which leads onto the island where you fought the Anasazi.
Yep.
Literally every footfall you have taken to come this far has left behind a blood print. And the second you touch the grass,
It withers.
it withers and turns white. What do you do?
I'm going to fulfill your wish. You can leave now. I've done everything I can. I've saved you. That's all I could have done. If you want to see the back of me now, that's fine. Go. Live your life. And I'm going to turn around and walk back into the tunnel.
You place both onto the floor. You're in still a lot of pain, Alyssa.
Yep.
And then the prince turns and starts walking back into the tunnel.
Oh no, I'm just leaving you in the woods there, aren't I? That's probably not
Basically,
right.
yeah.
I should probably get them to a hospital first. I'm going to get them to a hospital first.
I was going to question.
Nah, forget leaving them in the woods. She don't want to be with you now.
Right, you can just die in the woods. It's like, no. No, I'm going to take... No, I'm going to at least try to get to a hospital.
So you're taking them both to a hospital.
Yes.
Okay. So, as you stalk off into the night towards what's basically, I can't remember the full, I think it's like the Countess of Chester's Royal Infirmary. You have multiple hours, because you have multiple hours, it's a long walk.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to arrive there about 4 in the morning.
Yep.
Just roll me an intelligence check really quick.
Dun, dun, dun.
The sun is going to rise, and I am an abyssal now. I don't need an intelligence check to figure out how this goes down.
Wasn't a drop of fault.
No, but you do definitely need one to remind yourself the fact that Joseph will not survive going into a hospital.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm basically a corpse.
Oh yeah, he is a corpse. Okay, Yep. I remember that as I'm approaching the hospital. I will leave Alyssa in the hospital, and Joseph I have a special gift for. Because Joseph is a vampire. And the only
Oh
thing...
no.
Oh no.
I have a special gift for Joseph.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Because Joseph is a vampire,
Oh,
and the only
no.
thing that will stop a vampire from being in torpor is if somebody feeds that vampire blood.
Oh no!
Of a higher potency.
Oh, this
You
is of a
don't get higher than
potency.
Abyssal Exalted.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to run a nail across my wrist until it drips blood.
Oh no.
And I'm going to feed some to Joseph before I leave.
You place Alyssa into a hospital,
Yeah,
leaving her to one side. You take Joseph off and away, and you feed him the blood of the Abyssal Exalted.
yep. Don't make me into a bad guy. If you don't want me to do bad guy stuff.
I didn't do anything. You had every option to say no.
And be crushed.
I said you had 5 chances. You didn't have enough faith in your own skills. That's nothing to do with me.
Fair. To be fair, I was thinking earlier today that I actually quite enjoyed being an Abyssal.
Well, what do you know? Jade needs to do a new fucking GIF.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you not... I'm sorry, did you think I was just sitting here quietly? Are you for real? Did you actually think I was just sitting here quietly? I'm sorry, let me just show you what I've been working on whilst this has been happening. Because, you know, I'm quite proud of this one, if I do say so myself. You know, just feast your eyes.
I mean, that's great. I wasn't on about for him.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, you know what I just did, right?
Oh, you mean for, Joseph?
For the new Abyssal Exalted that the prince just created by feeding Joseph Exalted.
Look, I can only work on one at a time. We knew Kai was going to be Abyssal Exalted. You literally just told me Joseph's going to be one, so, you know, give me a...
And you know where I'm going now?
You can't turn me into a fucking Abyssal Exalted, I will end you. Or try
What?
anyway.
Oh no, I'm not turning you into an Abyssal Exalted. You're the last hope.
No,
I'm
no.
going back to Eaton Hall.
No, why is this not doing its beautiful, giffiness? I don't understand.
What, the Malachi one?
Yeah.
It's not doing it just
It was doing it on my phone.
it's not doing it on
It
this.
says GIF. It's just been really weird. It says GIF.
I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to call it there because I have writing to do now. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you what the last thing that I do is after I leave them at the hospital?
Please do.
Okay, so I'm leaving them at the hospital. I'm going back to Eaton Hall. Eaton Hall has been levelled for the second time in the second continuity. And I'm going to do what I was going to do the first time round. Because I'm fairly sure that the zombies that I've raised have eaten the first light that caused this to happen in the first place, soaking the entirety of Eaton Hall in enough death that I can turn it into a fucking manse and a Shadowland.
Okay. Now we're talking like an Abyssal.
Yes, we are.
That's what he wanted to do last time, but you know, you whisked us to Doncaster.
Yep. I will tell you now, though, that's, alright, you're good. Okay.
Can I just ask questions before I go to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Please do.
What the hell just happened to the character?
What the hell just happened to what?
What's happened to the character that I played?
He's now an Abyssal Exalted.
He's not yet. I don't fully know. That's why I need to write.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have been fed blood from a... Basically, Abyssal Exalted, by the decree of White Wolf, or at least one of their versions, were basically the precursors to vampires.
Right.
Which technically means Cain was an Abyssal Exalted.
I see.
Yeah.
Or at least the Antediluvians are.
Yeah, I'm sorry if this screws up your character in any way, but this is the only way I
No,
can...
not at all. I'm just thinking, two things going to happen. Either he's going to still be a vampire, but wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning as Joseph, not knowing what's going on, and probably get hit by the sun. Or other thing, he goes into Abyssal, then I've got to think how the insanity transforms into with that.
Well, that's partly why I still need to think about it, because I have no fucking clue yet. I don't think the insanity is going to change. But I do feel, first off, this is definitely a higher blood potency. This will definitely wake you up. It will also heal a lot, if not most, of the damage that's actually been done. However, the last time we did this, it did create another Abyssal Exalted, and I need to work on whether or not that's actually going to happen. Because I know you don't particularly want to be an Exalted, and I don't particularly want you to be an Exalted if you don't want to be one. So I don't know yet. We'll have to work it out. But as of now, at least know you are conscious and the insanity is intact.
Cool. I go where the story goes, you know me, dude.
Yeah, so do I, and so sometimes it involves it being on fire. Or it jumps into a dark Shadowland.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I would like to apologise for all actions taken on behalf of a newly created Abyssal Exalted, which I'm now role-playing to the maximum.
Do it, dude. Do it. Completely go for it.
Okay, why is it not playing GIFs even though they're uploading as GIFs? I'm really confused. What is wrong with you? I don't understand.
Please tell me if at any point I am too evil.
Always.
Nope.
Always.
Always. See, it works on chat. Why isn't it?
Dan, where do you leave Joseph?
Where did I leave Joseph?
Yeah.
In the woods, like halfway between the hospital and Eaton Hall.
Okay. I think that's our answer for us there, AJ.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Right, well.
Yeah. A good song.
Yep.
Looks like it's round 2.
Get head of 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Do you know what? Everyone else has gone through more fucking changes than I have as Alyssa. I'm just like, what is this? Why does this keep happening?
I keep flip-flopping.
You know the worst part, the actual worst part of this. I was sat there when this happened, thinking, "Oh, there's going to be some sort of inventive thing they've got with the charms." No, shit. Okay, there's going to be something else they can do from this. No, shit. Oh, you're thinking about calling to Michael? That'll work. He's an archangel. Just pray. No, doesn't know you yet. But that doesn't make a difference. He's an archangel. No, you're just going to go with okay. No. Right. Well, now I have to call her in because you're not going to do it twice. You're going to make this triumphant sort of go fuck yourself. But no, he's taking it. He's taking the deal, boys and girls. Oh, here we go. So yeah.
The Abyssal's back.
Just don't even.